Yeah. Yeah, actually it was because the game crashed on me. I was trying to test it to see if it wasn't going to do that, considering there was a new update that I got last night. But apparently, I was wrong. But then again, I think I may have also ended up doing that myself, possibly, given the fact that I turned autosave back on, and the tweet that I got back from the company had told me to turn it off. But I figured, well, I'll turn it back on again, considering the fact that they ended up updating it yesterday, and I thought maybe they had fixed that problem. But yeah. I told myself, forget it. I said, I'm just going to go ahead and play something that I know that I'm not going to have that problem with. So I decided to go ahead and go back to this. But when I go back and play Wasteland 3 again, I'll just turn autosave off again and see if it'll do anything. Yeah, that was one of the things they ended up telling me. They said turn off the autosaves and have your inventory kind of light. I'm like, why in the world would inventory have anything to do with it? And it's funny because it's like the autosaves are one of the key features of the game. And it's like, yeah, you need to turn that off. I'm like, okay, dude. No, just playing it in general. They didn't mention streaming or playing or anything like that, but, good lord. Well, I'm really glad that they don't have, fall damage in this, really. Or I'm glad you don't get knocked off the sides of mountains and whatnot. Ooh, pardon me 1 second. I have to go get something out of the oven. Okie dokie. I'm gonna let that cool off a bit before I do anything with it. Yeah, I've always gotten, I've gotten so used to manually saving games anytime I finish them, regardless of if autosave is on or not. So I was so used to manually saving, but regardless, it's still really good they had that on there. And the thing is that they've changed some things in the options menu. Like when you first start the game, you have to choose a brightness, and you're stuck with that brightness throughout the duration of the game. But now they put an option in there where you can change the brightness, which definitely helped me. It doesn't feel like it's glaring in my face, because knowing how my TV is, my TV is fine, but anytime I try to change the brightness on it, it just doesn't, there's a real reason to it. It all deals with the game itself. And so, I'll go back and start it again, probably like tomorrow or something, and just take the autosave off. So it's aggravating, that's for sure, but I'll just I guess it just is what it is until they get their situation fixed. What the heck was that?
2 sons of the mortal king were left with Talor Rain betwixt them, but neither held his share complete. And as these mortals built their kingdom, so too they had destroyed it all with war and jealousies.
Yeah, I ended up having the autosave on every 5 minutes, and now they don't even have a timer on there for you to be able to set how often you want it to autosave. I don't know, maybe they thought doing that was a big hindrance in terms of having it crash, but maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I'll just go that route the next time, because to be honest, when I had turned the autosave off after the previous save, not the most recent one, I didn't have any crash problems, but for some reason, a battle that I was in, it was the last enemy, and I could not kill it. I would be like right next to it, and it wouldn't even allow me to kill it. I was like, that does not make like any sense whatsoever, at all. And so I said, well, the heck with it. I said, I'll just come back to it later. I can't stand. I know that games are like really expensive to make nowadays, but technically, I guess this is coming from like a second tier developer. I don't think they're an indie developer really. But still, I mean, there's no reason. Harry Patch boy, hey brother, what's happening? Did I win? Did I win what? Highly anticipated. You would think they would have had this type of bug. Yeah, exactly right. And I don't know. I shake my head at game developers with how they handle things sometimes. It's just like, I know that you guys, especially if it's an indie developer, they don't get pushed by publishers. From what I know, they go on their own time. But still, I mean, if you're not going to be pushed by a publisher, then why would you let it screw yourself over like that in terms of buying, in terms of, oh crap, I thought this was a boss. In terms of letting your consumers go and buy your game and realize that they're, okay, well, that's a camera glitch. In terms of letting that happen. And sweet baby Jesus in a manger. Okay, well, I don't have a reckoning mode thing going on right now, so. Why in the world would I win those? Oh wait, I got it. Yeah, yep, that's true. I mean, it's terrible with it, and that's another thing that I'm kind of curious about too. This $70 thing that I'm hearing that's going on with games now, like, was that just supposed to be like a Sony exclusive thing, where it was just supposed to be for like Sony exclusives costing it $70? Well, that didn't work. Well, technically it worked. It's supposed to be at $70, or is that supposed to be like the normal industry thing that's going to be happening now with them being $70, or is it just like certain titles? Because yay, level up. So, because I don't know, because like I heard it was supposed to be that. Yeah, yeah. So I guess technically, I guess they're like a second tier kind of thing. So basically, well, it's kind of weird because I ended up hearing that like the new foosball game that's supposed to be coming out was supposed to be like $70 or something, and that was a multi-platform game, or that was, or maybe there was like a mix-up in the information, which is of no surprise to me. That they would end up saying, oh, games are going to be $70 now. Oh, wait, we meant Sony exclusives. If Sony exclusives are going to be $70 now, you can darn well bet that I'm going to be waiting on sales for them. I don't give a flying rat's patootie what type of game it is. No. It's not happening. $60 is already too much for me as far as I'm concerned. I wish games would just go back to being $40 like they were in the late 90s. Holy crap. I got sidelined. I just wish that they would go back to $40. That would work perfectly for me. $40 seems like more than enough. I suppose I should have leveled up before I'd done this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I can't do it yet because I'm in a friggin' battle. That almost makes me feel, well, technically if I were to get a PS5 and knowing I guess there are going to be some Sony exclusives out then, I would just end up going for a multi-platform thing, which I'm not planning to get them anytime soon. Like when I was talking to you yesterday on text messages, I'm probably just going to end up waiting for a few months before I bother to get it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wait for a lot of sales nowadays too, anyways. That's a whole nother thing right there. They want us to go and pay even more money for their games, but they're like half-assing them too. So, just like Wasteland 3, for example. I mean, when that game came out, what was it? I think it was like $60, I think. I didn't pay $60 for it. But I think when it first came out, that was the price. And it's like, it's still crashing. It's like, are you freaking serious? But then again, there's also a lot of people out there, man, that just do not understand that the more that you end up giving in to these certain business practices that these companies are doing when it deals with DLC and all this other stuff, if you keep doing it, you keep giving them money, they're going to keep doing it because they see it as a worthy business practice on their end, and they're just going to keep doing it. It's ridiculous. Microsoft said their games will stay at 60. Well, see, that even sweetens the punch a bit more for me there with me trying to go with Xbox to start out with before I get a PS5 later down the road in terms of like a next-gen console, you know, after waiting a few months or so. I ended up hearing also from today about the whole ZeniMax Bethesda situation. They're obviously going to take it on a case-by-case basis, but I don't know if they would really try to share some of those titles with Sony so much, knowing they ended up paying more money for ZeniMax and Bethesda than frickin' Disney paid for Star Wars, which was like $4 billion. And here it is. This is, from what I've heard, probably like the biggest acquisition in gaming history with $7.5 billion with Bethesda with Microsoft. I don't really think that they're going to try to do just timed exclusives for their system, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Yeah, they are. This might be the generation for the rise of Xbox once again, like it was in the 360 and PS3 era. Like I said, I'm no fanboy. I just go where the games are, as far as I'm concerned, even though I've mainly been a PlayStation guy ever since PlayStation came out, but that's just been my preference. It's not a fact of me trying to wave a banner for a company that only cares about my money and nothing else. So, alright, what am I doing here? Yeah, that's true. The contracts that came out before the buyout will stay the same, like Ghostwire, for example. I'm really wanting to know what in the piss Ghostwire even is, for crying out loud. Yeah, exactly. What was I going to do here? I told myself this last time of the route that I was going to go. I think it was this, actually. What was this? Oh, multiple arrows simultaneously increase the size of the quiver. But I really like this. I like having poisonous clouds explode out of my enemies after they die to inoculate other enemies. Ah, hell with it. I'll go with that. It's maxed out now anyways. That's going to stay the same. Pardon me for a second. I have to go back to the kitchen dealing with the oven situation, because stuff has cooled down now. Ha! Ha! No, not tacos. No. No, I just decided to whip something up real quick before I ended up heading into work in a few hours. I just made a supreme pizza. I just threw one of those in the oven. I thought I had the key for this. How in the bloody... Ugh. Pardon me. Haven't even eaten yet and that happened. Must have been the coffee that I had, I reckon. Let me see here. I wish there was like an auto run feature in this too. That would be great. Hell no. Nope. Nada. Zero. Zilch. Another cave, another coven. Coven? Oh, that's one of the guys I needed to take out. Well, thank you for throwing your fart bomb at me. I appreciate that. Yeah, explosion! So great. I've noticed something. From my previous save, I was mainly along the lines of dealing with the might tree more so last time I played, and this time it's more so in the finesse tree with some slight stuff in the thingy of
clan divided the remains between them.
Magic's
They
tree.
called themselves Ratifer, Kents, and Skates. They hid their rocks and metal under their castles and called them home. They hoarded treasures and watched the seasons wear their stone walls and their wills.
Sorry if it sounds like the mic is cutting off and on a bit. While I'm eating, I don't want it to sound like I'm having phone sex on the mic. So there you go. Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's why I do that. I could either yank the mic out, or I can probably be better to move it farther away instead of turning it off and on, since there's an inaudible, probably clicking sound that occurs when such happens. Oh my God, just run right into me, why don't you?
The bones of all my forebears mean to kill me.
That's funny.
They are the bones of all my fallen family. I am of an ancient line, and the curse of theirs is almost as old. When a Skaith dies, the magic of the curse raises his bones and forces him to hunt its descendants.
Yeah, I got a mood switch. That's what I was doing.
It's the hunger for Skaith blood. It will not stop until the line is dead, and I fear I am the last. But this curse need not end with my death, if you are willing to help me. I must exile myself from my family. In ancient Alfar tradition, members of the family or clan could be banished forever with the proper ceremony. This stronghold was my family's seat. It contains a solemn bell, the Codex Skaith, and my birth candle. All components for the ritual of banishment I must complete. We should begin Meet me in Dove Whale.
Well,
Get underway.
to be perfectly honest, I'm not really sure. It seems like the closest I get, the more audible it is, because Tanya of Heather has told me before when they were on chat with me that it sounds like if I have it up close, it sounds like obviously I'm louder, and you can probably actually hear me breathing. So if I'm eating, then it's probably going to end up being very audible. But when I move it away, it helps more so.
It should be near the old assembly hall. It has been centuries since it was rung last. It is no ordinary bell, and can only be rung using skate magic. Let us disturb its slumber. Let us be quick.
Much to my surprise, I'm surprised that this previous checkpoint that I put up here to go to this place previously is now suddenly a mission place. Yeah, there you go. That works if you want to end up putting in that comparison at least. So how's things going with Control? Did you manage to make any other progress yesterday, or were you kind of still stuck on the same part? Or when you rage quit, did you just like rage quit completely for the rest of the day? I cheated through it, so it doesn't matter to me. That's one thing about me though. See, ever since that I had been gaming, I always loved cheating devices. Like, I had the Game Genie back in the NES, SNES days. I had the Game Shark in the PS1 era, N64 era. Actually, I've got a Game Shark for the N64 right now. Code Breaker, I had that as well. So yeah, whenever I notice that a game is going to give me something that's going to end up easing my experience with it, I always end up going for it. I guess I'm just weird like that. Oh, you beat it. Just the main story? Did you go and do any of the side stuff? Here's the thing. I'm not going to tell any spoilers or anything about the game. But the way that it ended the first time was weird. And then it went into the other thing. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then that ended. And I'm like, ugh. This is just pretty much setting it up for like a sequel, or it's setting it up for the DLC, which I do want to play the DLC, but I'm going to wait till it goes on a sale. I mean, I think it's like $15 or something for it. And I'm like, no, I'll wait until it's cheaper. So, oh, the boss. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever mind then. Completely Men in Black your mind right now and forget anything that I had said. Although I didn't spoil anything, but still, regardless of that. Anyways.
Leading them to battle, to peace. Yes, that is what I meant. Leading them to eternal peace.
Random side quests, need a bunch of... Yeah, well, that's what I do usually when it comes to me. I just go from area to area. And if I see something, I grab it. If I can do it and it's near me, I'll do it. I just do stuff so randomly, but I still want to try to do everything that there is. Any side quests that I feel like doing. Obviously, I got to do the story quests, but yeah.
They do now. Now to the library, where I can find the Codex gate. Let us be quick.
Well, I thought that was going to be a way for me to go, but apparently not.
There's something behind this door. Do you not sense it?
Yo mama.
It is as I feared. The Scrivener is here after all. I cannot go in that room. Not while he is there.
In life, he bound the names of my ancestors to the Codex Gate, and thus was the keeper of the names of our line. He fought the family's curse, tried to safeguard our names, but his battle was lost, and he became the worst of them. The Scrivener is powerful. I do not wish to face him, even if it is only bones and magic. Please, kill him quickly.
Don't be such a poontang. I remember this, dude. I remember so much of this stuff. What are you running away for? I remember so much of this stuff. What are you running? Don't you running? I remember. I keep repeating myself because this dude won't stop running. All this stuff is just coming back to mind. I mean, I know the game previously had just came out in 2012, but still. Yeah, I know you do. I remember that time when you were playing what was it, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. I wish I had $1 for every time you cussed. I was like, sweet Jesus, I was like, I should record this. Buy another one and back at it the next day. You know what, man? I can honestly say that even though there has been a few times where I have taken a controller and twisted it and stomped it and threw it into the ground and all this stuff, I've never broken one. Oddly enough.
However, I was expecting this place to be in better condition. Well, I suppose this is what happens to a library after a few centuries of neglect. Ah, but here is the Codex. Keep them off my back while I find my name. Let us be quick.
Well, another thing is, considering the fact that the controllers that I dealt with were previous gen controllers, there's no telling how current gen controllers are now. Seems like previous ones actually were a little bit more hardy and had more stability to them than the ones nowadays, so it wouldn't surprise me at all that if I were to try that now, I would probably make it explode into a bajillion pieces.
It is done! I have added my name to the Codex Gate. Yes, I added my name. I will explain later. No time now. Hurry. We must find my birth candle and finish the ritual. Let us be
quick. Well, sir, you're just going to have to chill out for a second while I explore. I'm exploring. Another thing that happened, I think I told you about this incident before. Back on the PS2, I was playing Final Fantasy X. I don't know if I was cheating in it or not with a Game Shark or Codebreaker, I can't remember. But there came a point in the game, and I don't remember what the point in the game was. Well, I got so ticked off at it. It must have been a boss fight or something. I got so ticked off at it that I turned the game off. I took the game out of the controller. Oh my gosh. Now what the hell? I took the game out of the controller. Out of the system. I put it inside the case. I took it and threw it on the ground and stomped on it. And I didn't bust the case and I didn't bust the disc. Ugh. And I think I still have that game to this day, as a matter of fact. Do side quests concerning the mold. Yes, I did. Matter of fact, I think I've done all the side quests with the mold. Or I have one left, I think. And there was one with that mold that pissed me off because of the fact that I couldn't find where a certain section of it was. I couldn't find it at all. And I looked at a video on YouTube and it was like right there, but it was like somewhere I wouldn't have thought to really look, but it was like on a wall, and I'm like, I'm running around here looking everywhere for all this stuff, and I think one of the problems was that the thing that I was looking for wasn't big enough for me to actually know that that was where it was, where I needed to go. I don't know.
I must find my candle amongst these. It will not be long now.
It's like I did everything else on this quest, and I'm running around looking for this, looking for that. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be in this area, and it's not there.
The birth candle has been taken from its holder.
But it was out of sight.
It has been taken, so I cannot complete the ritual. If I cannot extinguish the candle's flame, then I will only have a short time before the monsters reach me.
Their eyes are so freaking weird in this game.
He is the progenitor, not like the others, for he has never truly died. Yes, the hunger consumes his soul, but his body still lives. His tomb should not be far. Please, warrior, I must not far from the candle. There is the family sepulchre.
Ooh, a thingy. Are you talking about the large, massive mold boss that... Well, I took it out in one shot. The big one where you kind of had to go from platform to platform or hide behind him because it kept throwing stuff at you, and it was like a big... It was basically like the redheaded stepchild of the plan from Little Shop of Horrors. I think the... Let's see.
You must be a fool to follow Fatir around under false There is a curse only on Fatir's ancestors, not Fatir himself. Nor is he This ritual of his is not to free us from the curse. It is to take control of his ancestors and raise them. If you do not believe me, you can go ask Fatir yourself. But if you give
What's that, a white eyeline around him?
I will be able to release my family from this curse.
I think I did that from... No, yeah, I did. Okay.
Fatir will not give in easily. I will need your assistance in slaying him.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I actually had this guy survive the last time I played this. So now I'm just making a different story choice. I can't loot his body? Yeah, I don't doubt it. Well, I guess it depends on which Mortal Kombat it is.
Thank you for freeing
given how
myself from the curse. We will
things are nowadays compared to back then.
In return for your wisdom, I offer you what little I can. The scape, and now I rest.
What the heck? Now I rest. Ooh. It just explodes backwards in a gush of blood. That's funny. Well, you missed it earlier. I was here streaming Wasteland 3, and it crashed on me again, but I think the reason is because I turned the autosaves back on even after they ended up updating it last night. I thought maybe they might have fixed that, but they didn't. So, tomorrow I'll probably go back into it again and turn autosaves off. A key feature of the game, and let's you know, turn it off. Like, that makes a lot of sense. Oh gosh. I don't care how you slice it, man. At least games back in the day actually worked like they should. Oh my god, dude. Dang. That's some serious rage right there. As soon as you did you just run out so nobody would notice? Yeah, that one. This is a load of BS. There's like nothing in here that I even give 2 squirts of rat piss about to take. I think this was kind of a faulty quest, because the last time I remember the other guy that I had helped, I don't think he really gave me anything either. At least I don't recall. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you. I remember back when Mortal Kombat, what was it, 3, 2? Wait a minute, I guess killing that guy gave me access to this room, actually. I remember when I went to the arcade to go play Mortal Kombat 2, and my friend was telling me, he said, hey man, listen to Shao Kahn. Listen to what he says to you. And basically it was like the first time that we supposedly had heard foul language in a game, but that wasn't it. There's a part in the credits, or either when you're fighting Shao Kahn or something, where he says you suck, but they were thinking he said you fuck. And I'm like, dude, I was like, no, he's saying you suck. He's like, no, he's saying you fuck. I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, that they wouldn't put that in the game. You know, that's the way that I was thinking about it beforehand, because this was like, you know, way back when it first came out in arcades. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was one of the biggest pioneers in gaming, at least, obviously in terms of dealing with fighting games too. So that's one thing about me as well. Like when I was younger, the main games that I was in that I can really recall, although I jumped around everywhere just like I do nowadays, was I kind of narrowed it down to like RPGs and fighting games was kind of like the 2 genres that I kind of really went towards when the PS1 came out, because I was getting to know more about genres then. And well, that's pretty, but they aren't really going to work, because even though this is a lower attack, I still have it cranked up and leveled up for this particular type of item, so it's not like it's going to make much of a difference. 76 compared to 205, but all this other stuff, I mean, even though I have no levels in it, I could try. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Crit, mana, health. I'll just switch back and forth. That's not okay. What was in the accessories? I remember that one. Okay. Sometimes I'll try out other weapons just to see how the damage output and everything is, even if I don't have like any skill points put into said weapons, which obviously doesn't make any sense. It seemed like it kind of did make a difference a bit when I was using this sword. I don't know if I still have it or not, or I think I might have put it in my stash, but I remember using it back when I had a lot of skill points in the Might Tree, back when I was playing it on PS3, and it's this two-handed sword that kind of looks like the Soul Edge, I guess you could say, from Soul Calibur, because it's a blade that has like this flesh stuff wrapped around it, and it's got like 3 eyes on it or something that are constantly looking around everywhere, like while you have it on your back and while you're wielding it. I think it was called the Life Drinker, I believe it is. I know I put it in my stash, yeah, because I don't have the longsword things here anywhere. The irony, yeah, that's funny. I don't have control over my rage, but I was playing control. See, it's just like, it's slow, but it's just one enemy at a time. The chakrams can hit up to 3 enemies at a time, I believe. I guess that depends on how you have them lined up. Stand hilly areas. Ah!
Now the vales and dells of Talarain stand abandoned. The once great citadels that stood in triumph now lie in ruins. Once pure, they have left the land, and with it, the mark of mortal sins.
Oh yeah, I heard it was. I think it's kind of funny they ended up adding a graphics mode on there. Or no, yeah, I think it's like a graphics mode that I think is just the PC version. It's either that or a difficulty mode, where it's called Can It Run Crisis, which is obviously dealing with the PC melting technology of the Cry engine at that point in time, years ago. Oh, I was already over here. I can't stand multiple platform areas. Ugh. As every single time. Okay, so I was over there too. Okay, I am definitely going the wrong way. See, I really wish that I could end up expanding the mini-map a lot better too, to be able to see a lot easier around me. Because especially with these other levels that move up towards other spots. Oh, really? Yeah. Once again, another quote-unquote remaster rushed out the gate. Which is of no surprise to me. It's terrible.
Hello. My name. I don't suppose you have any spare time on your hands. I could use your... I have been working on a new type of magic. I have vials of clear liquid, which, in theory, will change color once I believe I have perfected the formula. Though I could use a hand in testing it out. Then hunt down the desecrator of these ruins. Kobolds, Kruniks, Atten. Those miserable children. I will pay you when these 4 vials have changed color. 1 vial should change after you've slain 10 kobolds. 1 after 5 Kruniks.
Okay, yeah, so obviously this is a...
There are plenty lurking around the area, but please don't feel limited to these. There are monsters everywhere that must be vanquished.
Yeah, well, I'll do that. I'm not going to search for them all around everywhere.
As long as you
If I run into them, fine. If I don't, fine. I'm not... Can't stand that in RPGs. Freaking kill this many, kill that many, kill this and this many that... No. If I run across them, fine. If I don't, fine. Oh well. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that. Because, reasons. You know, time and all that. Let's see. If I run over there, I'll run into that. But if I go over here, I might as well just go on and run up over here and just make it a point that I need to go up over there instead. Gosh. I don't understand with this remaster 2 of this why they didn't bother to go and try to have the music play the whole entire time while you're playing it, instead of just like at specific intervals. It's just like, oh, well, there it is. See, I go and I start talking about it and it comes in. It's like, why doesn't it happen all the time? I don't know. I can't stand, like, silence in games. Really. I mean, I can understand them maybe from like a stealth or a horror perspective, like a stealth game, horror game, whatever. You bastard. But as far as like games like this, no. Man, those things go far. I think when I upgraded them, it probably ended up increasing the distance they travel too. I don't know, because I don't ever recall them coming from that far, or going that far, I should say. Come on, guys, let's have a party. Is that what sounds when I eat too much Taco Bell? Yokiro Taco Bell. Oh. Yeah! I hate pressing that button, though. Of course, there was a time when friggin' QTEs were a thing, where QTEs are still a thing, actually. Can't stand rapid button presses like that. It's all time. Yeah, it is. That was actually one of the things that was kind of making me want to get the collector's edition, was because of the soundtrack and also the statue. But I'm like, no. I'm not paying $100 for that. And I'm actually glad that I didn't, considering patches and things that this friggin' thing had to go through. So. But I noticed that the soundtrack is on Spotify, so at least I could listen to it, but I don't know. Maybe it's on sale on iTunes, maybe they'll sell it separately, I have no idea. Dingus Fang. Yeah, I know that was another guy I was supposed to take out, because I took out all the stuff in the things. I'll take that. For shizzles and gizzles. And I'm kind of wondering whether or not... I'm actually waiting for reviews dealing with the Mafia remake as well. Seeing what's going to go on with that. Oh, there's the... That section over there, I think, was where that major boss battle took place. The old Cyclops with the beam eye thing. You have to pardon me for a moment, folks. I have to go and take a potty break, and I shall return as shortly as I can. Bebop-a-doo-bow. I have returned from the dungeon. Yeah, it's definitely another mixed bag. I was actually watching some videos of this guy. I think he pretty much just has a troll YouTube channel, to be perfectly honest, because it's like he puts out multiple short videos of various things, and like he's already put out like I think 5 videos or something regarding the Mafia remake, and it's just like he's trolling it, basically stating how the Mafia remake is just Mafia 3 with a different setting or something like that.
I need
So
your help, please. My daughter Julia has been kidnapped. I'm a ticket for
bandits.
fate. Julia is the only family I have left. The bandits here are fierce, led by... I've lived my whole life on these roads. But these fiends took my daughter. I'll pay anything I have to get her. Thank you. I heard Conover tell his men, I hope you fared better than those...
That's one thing I couldn't stand also about this game. You try to talk and get some info from folks,
I'd suggest
and you hear these
whatever it takes. I don't care.
6 sexy sounds going on in the background.
And I'll reward you as good luck out
Yeah.
Wait, you look like a capable he set out, against orders, mind you, from many around him, and his followers too, but there were more of them. If you could finish Conover, I can pay. Great. Head south to the feet. Report to me when Conover's dead, and I'll see his camp is south of here, near the hollow. Then you deliver Conover unto hell.
Maybe I just kill them and take them out of their misery. I don't have to hear it no more. Is this working right? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh, it's a crocodile. I hate those things. I shot him in the face and he flipped upwards and sideways. I don't have any mind to be doing this. Brownie hit in the face. No. Stream is buffering, or you are. Okay, it's back. You know what? I really do think from now on, I'm just gonna have to have this hooked up. Have this hooked up to the landline from now on, instead of doing it through Wi-Fi when it comes to streaming. Because obviously, with the landline, it's gonna perform a lot better in terms of quality. But I just didn't think of that at the point in time. I would just have to unplug from my first PS4 with the landline into the slim PS4. Which, you know, what's real funny, when I started playing Anthem on here, the one that I got for $2, brand new, considering I had heard rumors, even though it's been patched to hell and back, considering I've heard rumors about it breaking consoles and all that stuff, I still didn't trust it. So I'm like, I'm just going to use this on my first generation PS4, considering this is the one that had the problems in the first place. And I haven't had any problems with it since I started using it. I had played Anthem for however long it was during the stream. Actually, I played it a little bit longer than the stream has suggested. And that's a game meant for multiplayer, which obviously it was meant to be that in the first place, but playing a single player, it's just So, yeah. I'm going to have to see if I can hook up with some people and play it. I mean, if I play a single player, then I play a single player, you know, but I'll always try to hook up with people first and see what happens. Can't get up there. Well, something's going on for the boom booms to be happening. Oh, Anthem. I don't know if they still got it on sale or not, but they had it on sale for like $2 brand new at GameStop. The one that had so many problems and at launch and all that. Kind of like Fallout 76. And apparently they patched the ever-loving bejesus out of it. Yeah, I was when was it? It's like a few days ago that I was playing it. And, oops. And, it's cool being able to travel around in a mech suit, blast enemies and whatnot, but the way that it's handled, at least starting out, I mean, things can obviously change as you go along. I was just like, nah. I probably want to try to get together with folks to really play it. Yeah, I never thought I was ever going to play it either until I was like, oh, $2. I could actually got it pre-owned for like 25 or 50 cents off, and I'm just like, I'll just get it new. It's $2. I was wondering if anything extra came in it, like some DLC crap or whatever, but it didn't. It's just one of those little pamphlets in there that says, welcome to Anthem, and then they try to build up the game as much as they possibly can, and then it turns out that it's a load of crap. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right about that. I agree with that. Yeah, there's still rumors going around about the Mass Effect trilogy being remade or remastered or whatever. I thought it was a thing. I thought it was actually happening. But apparently they're saying, oh, well, it's being listed on this website and this website for sale. We're still not sure. I'm like, as long as this info has been out already, you people still aren't sure? Yeah, I agree. Mass Effect and Dragon Age. I really hope that they don't go through with making the next game a live service, because if they do, well, that's the end of Dragon Age for me. I mean, I don't mind games that are mainly either online or multiplayer, as long as they grab my interest and I can get them at a decent price, or I know obviously there's people that I know of that are playing it, but I'm not going to go and... The only real game that I got that ever really had done that a lot was World of Warcraft, and I played the living crap out of that game, dude. Like, no tomorrow. Basically, when I first got it, I would go to work, come home and play the game, shower, sleep, eat, so on and so forth. That was like the main thing that I'd done, was work World of Warcraft, eat and sleep and bathe and all that stuff, really. But then I started to just... I got some Facebook friends, as a matter of fact, that I made friends with on there way back when. Yeah, a lot of people talk about Inquisition, how a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, I honestly liked it. I mean, there was some stuff in there I could have dealt with without, like the bloat of almost every single map you're going to basically having the same thing besides certain side quests and obviously the main story. Like, close all these gates. I don't want to close all the gates. But I kind of did, I think, on my first playthrough, because I wanted to level up like a mofo. Yeah, you're right. They shouldn't always be online. That's true. I agree. So unless they're probably trying to make it something where it's like, oh yeah, well, this will be an always online game for you to be able to play online with your friends. Even if it is like a multiplayer centered kind of thing and you can still play online, but we're not online, but play single player. It's like, why not have where I can play it offline instead of having to be connected online to play the single player? Yeah, the shards too, I agree. The dragon battles were some of the more uplifting sections of the game, though, that's for sure. Ooh, I'm sexy. What is that godforsaken noise? I want to make it stop. Well, it's blocking me off from getting around to some of these areas, so I'm pretty sure that it's got to be somewhere in this cave. It's called Lucky Mine. This isn't very lucky. It's all a lie. Ah! Holy monkey nuts. I'm glad I flipped through that. At least I disarmed it. Wait a minute. No. Oh, well, I was already in here. Let's take a back way. It's also like I had been hearing something about Diablo 4 that apparently was supposed to be like an online thing as well. Like even with it being a single player game and it is going to have multiplayer aspects in it. Well, I can't find my way through here. I've been around here everywhere and it's all the same thing. So it might be coming from the outside. I don't know. But they were talking about how it was probably going to try to be something that would always be online too. I'm like, why? I was like, don't you people realize what ended up happening to you last time when you ended up doing that with Diablo 3 and pissed a lot of people off considering that it's mainly a single player kind of game? I mean, yeah, there's multiplayer in it, but you shouldn't have to be online to play a friggin' single player game. So, I don't know. It's just... and see, one of the it's just like the new, or the other Warhammer game, what was it called? Inquisitor or something like that. You can play that single player, but you can also play it multiplayer, but it's like, oh, it always has to be online because we're always updating stuff and we're changing things and doing this and that and the other. And I'm like, dude, I was like, you've already ended up telling people they could play it online with, or play it not offline, but play a single player with no problem. But no, now you're like, oh no, we're going to keep the online thing because it's just all part of the experience. I'm like, it doesn't make any friggin' sense. I'm sick of hearing that word, experience. Some of your experiences are retarded. In terms of how you develop the friggin' thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they quickly cut that off. I'm pretty sure they won't make that mistake again, Lord willing. I don't put anything past these devs nowadays, man. Console manufacturers, game developers, publishers, I don't put anything past them. They've proven that time and time again. Yeah, that's true. But I think also it boiled down to the fact that they did not have any type of exclusives going on for that system, really. They had a very low amount of any type of exclusives, and now it seems like they're trying to blow that out of the park with this generation, so we'll see. It's like, yeah, you said we didn't have any exclusives last time? Well, guess what now, bitches? Look at what we got. Oh my god, I already did it and he just like belly flops me. Really? Over halfway to level 23. I come up in your camp and I kill you. Silence! I kill you! Yeah, that's another thing right there. I'm glad that they finally are aiming to bring that series back again. It's just like I was talking to you before about the Fable series. I need to go back and play that because I can't remember if I beat the second one, but I got super far in it. Barely scratched the surface with the first and the third one. But to be perfectly honest, I kind of feel like I really want to start with the third one again because of the simple fact that I want to know why it is that people are so up in arms about it. I mean, the first one was a start of what could be better, and obviously a lot of people saw that with the second one. Oh yeah, I forgot you got a PS4 at one point.
Forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena.
I'm not really sure.
And death. The winds carried the songs.
More than interested to find out, though. That's for sure.
The bones of armies below the sea loam, and the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed.
Into your face. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you were pretty much, when you looked at Fable and you looked at Amalur, they definitely had a similar art style for sure. I remember this section. The big old wetness everywhere.
For 500 summers, autumns, winters, and springs, the blossoms on my pearl tree bloomed ceaselessly, wantonly, and fair. Why today have they fallen like tears? A dark doubt whispers, these flowers will not come again.
Oh man, that sounds like a terrible death thing. Death cry, death wane, death something. Oh. I don't know why I did that. Part of me. Sometimes I make random noises. Stupid sand crab, whatever. Yeah. So yeah. I don't doubt it. Yeah, I agree. I really hope they do. Hey, it's the farting crab face thing again. Die. It's terrible. You kill the little cute. I really do wonder. I honestly wonder if they ended up putting those little creatures of the game, even though they're not enemies, as making fun of the mud crabs in Skyrim and Oblivion, how they didn't pose any much of a threat. How am I looking at these? What the heck, I'll take it. What the heck ever. What's this? Oh. I'll take all the stones. Wait a minute. Wasn't this another one of those friggin' puzzles? Yeah, I figured as much. Wait. Wait a minute. I think this was one that I didn't do because I having to deal with the puzzle aspect. Wait a minute. Oh, Vault Girl, check this out. Can you notice something that's wrong with this? I sent a picture to Harry Patchboy dealing with this yesterday in a text message, and it tells you what the item is, but it doesn't even have a friggin' icon for it. I need a real icon. They didn't even bother to put in an icon for this item before they even released it. I don't know if this is the way that it was in the original, but obviously it's like that in this one, which I guess technically it wouldn't be in the original, considering they were pretty much just porting it over. But that's just funny. I don't know. I don't know why in the world they did that. I love how they just fall dead. I'm a terrible person. Alright, I didn't even do what I was going to come in here to do in the first place. Let's... Oh yeah, I remember doing this. Let's see. Second combination I did left me sick for days. I think that's what I got. I got a sickness from it the first time I did it in the original. Yeah, funny and sad at the same time. Well, apparently I need to have a fourth stone from somewhere, from what I gather from that. Hey there, you little cuckoos. Explosion! What thar be up here? Well, I'll take the locky pickies. I need to heal! Be healed. I catch your flame with another flame. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I get more on a line nowadays when it comes to newer games, with all these problems that these games are having nowadays, to go into my freaking backlog like I should and play those instead of dealing with these newer ones, at least for the time being. Because I've had my mind on, just like I was mentioning about the Fable series from before, I've had my mind a lot on some JRPGs that I have. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when was it? It was like a few months ago, a month ago, something like that. Hang on a second, I gotta check something out here real quick. There was this deal that I got like a few months ago where I ended up getting like a large, a good stack of some PS1 RPGs that I hadn't had in my collection forever and a day. And there was a guy who was selling them. He was selling them, I think, for it was anywhere between like $40 to $60 or something like that. But some of them were complete and some of them weren't. But I noticed, and I didn't even think to talk to him about this. I realize now why he was selling them at the prices that he was, because they kind of had some light scratches on the bottom. But I ended up getting a disc repair kit, which is something that I had been meaning to get for a long while now, and I used it on all the discs. And yo, Lyrical, greetings. How goes the stuff? But I managed to get a good stack of them for a decent price, and went and put them through the cleaner thingy, and I don't think I went back to check to see if they would really work or not, but even then, even if they didn't, I would just put them right back through the cleaner again. Good, but from what I've seen, it seemed like it really did the job in terms of fixing it. So here's something else they screwed up that they haven't fixed. Look at this. The friggin' treasure chests within these areas, they're separated from one another. Not to also mention the fact that they glitch all the way through the environment and stretch out to another end of the map. Let's see. Wah! Wah! I'm trying to sound like Mario. That didn't work very well. If I even try that again, I probably would sound more along the lines of Wario. Get over here and check the stuff. Why am I going over there? Everything shows up on my map now. I don't know why I'm trying to traverse out so far like I am. So many friggin' shards and crystals. But there's like no real reason for me to get them, because I can't do anything with them because I haven't putting any type of stuff. Wait a minute. No! There we go. I'd rather start with the one that I think is going to actually give me more XP. And then I could just go from there. Oh yeah! Give me your souls. Yeah, your soul, brother. Give me your souls, brother. Yeah. But, oh, Lyrical, I was fixing to tell you this when you ended up coming in the chat. When was it? Yesterday, day before? Whenever it was when I was streaming this? You were talking about how you wanted this game, and I was thinking, wait a minute. You and Heather both have it. You got it on the 360. I had got, remember I got it for you guys as a gift, for it was like $10 or something at Walmart last time Tanya and I went to go visit you guys. I think it was the beginning of this year. Or, yeah, it was the beginning of this year. So, you do have it, just not the DLC that's on this version, so. Yep. It is within thy collection. Oh my gosh, I was just mentioning this before when I was streaming this last time. I was like, you know, they really could have ended up putting in the feature for you to be able to fast travel at the start of the dungeons instead of having to run all the way back. I did it once before, but I can never do it again. And anytime you can't fast travel out of the places either. I mean, I guess it makes more sense for you not to be able to travel to other areas of the world, but at the beginning of the dungeon? Oh, well, if anything, you can check local Goodwills, because they always get cords like that in. Lord knows there's a lot of those at the local Goodwill here. I don't know if they're necessarily for 360, but I know they got like a section where they have a bunch of wires bundled up in the plastic sheet stuff. Run, 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 run. That's true, but it's for the experience. Yeah, exactly. Remember we were just talking about that earlier. It's $40. But yeah, but you don't even know if stuff at Goodwill's even going to work. Sometimes you think of the electrical stuff that they have there, and it's like, well, I can look at it and check it, which obviously you do need to look at it and check it. But then, do I really know unless I actually plug it up? I took a chance on an original Wii about a year or so ago. I mean, I already had a Wii U, and I'm like, I'm going to get a Wii too for the hell of it. I got that and like all the connections and everything for like $25 or $27 or whatever it was, and I didn't even think about having to test it out first or wondering if it would even work. Suffice to say, when I got it home, I tried it out and it worked perfectly. So I'm like, oh, take a chance and it worked out, really.
Tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crash.
Yeah, brand new ones, they'd be around that price.
Other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love
I run myself around
from my grasp.
Let's see. All you do is sit there and move your head up and down. I'm sorry, little doggy, but you're going to tear out my entrails and wear them for a hat, so I have to take you out. Have Heather go on a Easter egg hunt and find them. I'm going on an adventure. I'm going on a quest to find the lost chords of 360 dumb. Oh, she's still sick? Oh. Well, Puss in Boots. I told her not to be sick anymore. I thought that would help her not be sick, but apparently it did.
The last of life flow from my land. Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa, girding armor against own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun. If that is what it takes to keep my land.
You know what? I'll be honest. I never pay attention to those stones because they're just like they're just speaking a bunch of gibberish, really. Like, they try to be poetic in some instances, it seems like, and then you hear other parts, and it's like, am I supposed to piece every single one of these lore stones together just to be able to try to get some type of, like, valid story out of it? But I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I'm just getting XP out of it. That's all I really think about.
Who goes there? Stand forth. You.
Time for her to go to the doctor.
Here? State your business or leave.
You sound familiar, sir.
None of your worry, for one, nor mine neither. Doesn't matter what strange sounds he makes at what queer hours of the day and night.
He's watching the pornos.
Oh, blimey. Nobody makes sounds but the sea. Very sorry, but I've got strict orders. Not to raise that door, not for a living soul. Save, yes, that will be quite a shame.
I don't know, maybe there's some type of clinics or something that might be there.
Mention this to anyone?
Or like urgent care centers, maybe. Oh, that'd just take me right out to the... Oh wait, never mind. Are you an enemy? No, you're not an enemy. Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, though, just for that particular region. Nope, not doing that, especially given the fact that I can't do the stone stuff right now, really. Oh. Well, in that case. Is there, like, some free clinics or something? I've heard of those being a thing. Tyrion's Rest. A bed in the floor behind a gate. So basically this is a prison? What's wrong with you people?
Keep the peace in Tyrion's Rest.
Well, I don't know why I came in here. There wasn't even anything showing up on the map. I thought maybe there might have been somebody else there. Oh, if this is the place that I'm thinking of, which is probably not, because I knew there was some type of prison or something that I had went to in the previous game where I had done something and I didn't mean to do it, but I pissed everybody off at me and they came after me, so I fought them, and then I realized I couldn't kill them all, so I ran out and never went back in there again. Nobody followed me outside of the place, and nothing happened to me when I got out there with like guards or anything coming after me, so that was new. Isn't there some like family insurance plan or something that she could get on with her grandparents? Well, that's odd.
You are not Dil the White, nor the priestess.
I'm Gandalf the White.
Or to beg me for oracle, nothing at all. I sit in reverie. Because the priestess and Dil the White put me here. It is a prison of powerful magic. The magic of the children of dust. Yes, more than anything. But as you see, and there is the circle, my true prison, which can be broken by words only the priestess herself. Is that why you have come? The magic words of the priestess will release me.
I think I freed him last time. This probably is the place that I was at before that pissed everybody off at me. Ah, apparently it's about this. Oh crap balls! So I guess this is supposed to be an inn or something down here in this cave area. What sense does that even make? Dingy, dongy, dongy, dingy. Yeah, but even though this is $40, you if you go to Walmart, you'll get it cheaper, like $7 cheaper, I think.
This is the sanctuary where we worship and where our Lyria smile on you.
Flippity doo dah day.
The hill across the way is called Beggar's Bluff.
Yeah. Yep. It's all on the disc. Which I'm guessing it's all on the disc. I mean, yeah, of course, there's that usual patch crap. So I don't know if it's patched in when you do the patch or if it's already on the disc. It doesn't state on the case, I don't think. No. I'll take this and I'll take this. Yeah, it's half price if I think if you already own it. It's really kind of crazy, though, how stuff like that happens with pricing in games and platforms. Just like we were talking about earlier about Sony exclusives being $70 and then other games being $60. I don't know. One thing's for sure. Well, I mentioned it before. I'm definitely going to be waiting for exclusives to go on sale. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Burren Cove. Return to Ella Wolflack. Okay, I came out from that way. I came in from that way. I come back out from this way. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there isn't like any reason to. I mean, I don't know if the original is going to have this, if they're going to pass this in or what, or if this is just supposed to be for the new remastered game, but I think they were going to add in modding for the PC version. Wouldn't surprise me if they did it for the console version too, considering, I mean, Skyrim and Fallout 4 had the ability to deal with mods for consoles, so I've heard about that happening. Yeah. Well, I pretty much end up drawing the line when I get there has to come a threshold where you'll stop at. And I'm not, no, 60 was already high enough as it was. I ain't paying no freaking 70. That ain't freaking happening. There's too many other things to play and do than to have to sit back and worry about that. At drastically different prices.
We are loved and blessed by Lyria.
Yeah.
Lyria,
thank God I'm not a smoker.
Who holds the cards that spell our mortal lives. Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
Hello.
Greetings, traveler. I am the mayor of this village, its priestess, and its guiding light. Now tell me, child, are you also a follower of the goddess Lyria?
Yeah, let me lie about it.
Then you are most welcome here to the village of if you see
Backlog catalog, that's right.
The doors of our inn,
That's the
trader,
truth.
locksmith, and sanctuary are all gladly open to the weary visitor.
You know, I really started to think about it, and I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's probably stuff people already know, but it seems like people wanting to get on these newer games really just want to be able to follow. They want to play it, obviously, but it's like they want to be able to follow the hype train to be able to keep up with their friends and talk about it and discuss it and all this stuff and all the different memes and things and videos that will come out for it. They want to be able to keep up with it and understand it, you know. So I think it's just that overall sense of like feeling that they get out of it to be able to keep up with the latest and the greatest, which is understandable. I mean, I've been there before myself, but this generation and probably would end up taking a bit of a back seat, especially with them going up at that price. I don't care what the exclusive is. This is another thing I'm wondering too. Are they still going to end up having their exclusives that obviously are going to be out on PS5 that come out on PS4 as well? Are those going to change in price from 60 to 70, considering the fact that it's previous generation? Because they're going to end up bringing Spider-Man Miles Morales and Horizon Zero Dawn 2 to PS4, even though it's going to be on PS5 as well. That kind of makes me wonder if they're going to do that for previous gen, which I think would be a load of BS if they did.
I'm sure I don't know what you are speaking of. Do what? Are you accusing a daughter of Lyria of... Do you know who I am?
These nuts. Ha!
If you persist
Got
in
'em.
speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tyrion's Rest.
And I will kick you in the taco.
I have nothing more to say to you. You are forgiven, as it is Lyria's nature to forgive.
Oh, after you acted all that way towards me? Heal! Be healed!
You, there. See that guard keeps watch within my sanctuary.
Uh-oh. Pedoflix. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, gosh. Garbage teen drama. Ugh. It's stuff like that that you sit and watch that just makes you depressed to even watch it.
She needs your help. Please, can't you help? I need someone to travel to the Tawili coast. Anala led a group of refugees to the town of Kulm. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners...
Let me put my poisonous fists up to my face. That makes a lot of sense.
To Anila, I don't know what I do.
Vanilla?
Please, help me.
Pay me first.
Oh, it seems I have no choice. If you're willing to go, I'll give you what I can. You will? At last. Mitharu and Nella led the refugees to the ruins of Kulm on the Tawili coast.
Tawili.
If she's hurt, bring her back safely. If she's dead...
I'll drag her corpse behind me on a horse. Yeah.
The ruins lie south of Rathia and the old battleground. If there's trouble, the settlers may have hidden. I told her it was too dangerous. Why wouldn't she listen?
Oh, let's see if there's anything in here. Man, oh man. What time is it? Let me see. 2:11. So, I would guess within by 3 or a little less than that, I'll probably stop the stream and watch something. Maybe get a little something else to eat before I head into work.
Welcome to Brad and Sergrin. What brings the likes of you to... If it's trade, Aethioff and I are more than happy to have your business.
Peachy. What the sell the things. I'll get rid of this and this and this and this. Ooh, that gets me over 36,000 gold. Well, that's just precious. I'll get rid of this. Oh, that's right. They won't buy stolen goods. You have to find a fence. A fence! I'm gonna pay a fence. Get rid of this stuff. I'm not utilizing it right now anyways. Get rid of this. And get rid of that. Some of the stuff I have on me can already be turned in for quests, and I think I just need to find where to go and turn them in at. All this stuff I need to go and put inside of my stash, because all this stuff is utilized for I read that stuff. I need a real icon. I can't get over that, man. That is so funny.
Come again.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you screwed up and released it. You douche. Oh, I'd already been up this way. Douchey Kanooshi. Nobody sees me, I'll take your gold. Force it open. Nobody sees me, I'll take your gold. Bye! Take your life savings. Yeah, that's true. I think. Then again, it also brings up the fact that folks are talking about, like, well, it costs so much more expensive to make games nowadays, on top of the fact the reason that they're doing DLC is because they're so expensive, and which makes me think that if games end up going up to $70, well, they actually end up taking the incentive to go ahead and put everything on the game that they want to put on there instead of cutting it up into different pieces of DLC. Or if they ended up bringing out DLC at a later point for a specific game, would it be a whole heck of a lot cheaper than what it is now when they come out with these stupid season passes that you don't even know what in the piss is on them, charging like $40, $30, $20, $25, whatever. Somebody's sidechain was begging him to leave work early. That's why the game isn't polished. The devs, no, it's getting polished. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, a questy quest. And breakable stuffs.
Not a refugee, are you? Don't look it. No Fae, no refugees, not in Tyrion's Rest.
Go back to your own country.
I see. It's not pretty, but it had to be done.
You illegal person.
All that I have. Those creatures are a menace. You're headed to Chloricon, then? And you wish to see what you're up against? This one is the summer variety. Take this key and try to be discreet. Well,
I persuaded my way through all of you. Well, actually, I persuaded my way through all of the game, except for one particular, which I think that was a glitch too. I had a 95% persuasion with this guy, and it was telling me the persuasion failed. I'm like, that makes no freaking sense, and I had to fight him. It happened the last time I streamed this. I was like, that makes no freaking sense. I had 95% persuasion, and I failed it? Bullshit. Break all the stuff. I'm just getting on a level, I just want to break things. Ooh, it led me to an overturned cart. What this? Ooh, stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. Stuff to make stuff with. Locksmith. Call a locksmith. Call a locksmith. Reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Call the locksmith. why I'm bothering to do that over somebody's watchful eye.
Terrian's quality words and locksmithing. Now, Crinius wrote 3 centuries...
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. That's what this stuff is.
That locks are a failing...
Pardon me while I walk into your home and break your stuff. Why are you breaking my stuff? I don't want you to steal it from me, but don't be going and breaking my stuff. It's like if you steal from me, I'll get after you. If you break my stuff, it doesn't matter. Holy Confloimenhagen. Conflupenflacken. 99999! 99999! Anyways. Well. Okay. Well. Did I go up here? I think I went up here. Sticking my hand in your desk, gonna find what I can find. There's nothing in there. And not a zip zero zoochie zip. No, don't follow me. I didn't do nothing. I promise. Come on. Loki, don't sit there and stare at me like that. Get up here. Come on. Why are you sitting there? Staring at the wall. You're just staring at the wall. Bother me a lot of RPGs. You could walk into people's homes and rob them blind. Nobody would say a word. Yeah, no. That happens a lot in JRPGs. I think it happens a lot in Western. Well, actually, it more so happens in JRPGs more so than Western ones, because now it seems like Western ones, and I know that this is a Western game, I think, but, well, yeah, it is, but Western ones would more so end up doing along the lines of, stealth checks and lock-picking checks and all that stuff, making sure you have the skill to do it. But it's just like in this game, it doesn't make any sense. You can go in and break stuff in people's homes. Nobody says anything. And you can go and steal stuff, but it all depends on whether or not they can see you and how high your skill is. So, yeah. It's strange. I guess they wanted to keep that open for breaking stuff in case you might accidentally hit something. Yep, I know that wasn't an enemy, but oh well. There's nothing I can loot off of it, can I? No. You know it's sad but true. Dude, there's a chest. Ding, ding, ding. I have dealt with these chakrams for a long time, and I've yet to find any other ones. Why is it that it seems like the main weapon that I want to use, there's like hardly any around or available for what it is what I'm looking for? Open the gate. I can't. I can't do it because I don't have the thing from the girl, which I think I would probably have to kill her to be able to have that happen, because clearly the persuasion check wasn't working. Let's go down here. Wait, I can't do that yet because I don't have a platform to jump off on, which is BS. The fact they don't even have a jump button in this game is BS. One of the universal controls in a game is jump, and it is not in this game. Crafting is your friend. You are correct, and that is the next thing that I'm going to be working on, as a matter of fact, because clearly breaking into these chests isn't really netting me everything that I'm hoping that it will. So
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare.
Oh, that's sexy.
Magic in my arms.
That's sexy. The venomous flower boss. Is that the one that Tanya had already taken on? I don't know if she beat it or not. Last I left off, I need to go back and play that too and see if there's been any changes done to it. Last I left off, I was in some underground area fighting this female boss enemy where I had her health like below half, and I almost got her until she killed me, and I hadn't gone back to it since. Yeah, some of them are funny. They definitely are. Some of them are funny. But it seems to me like most of them that I run into are more along the lines of, let me give you some elvish poetry, which, I mean, technically these people aren't really elves. They're more like fairy folk, but close enough. Yeah. Yeah, that right there was the place where I left off at, but I told myself I was going to try to get a different companion and go level up some.
I've got to be going, but I can't. And I can't go back to Dovearn. The war, my friend. The war.
The war. The war.
I should have been gone days
The war.
ago. Only I'd be far more eager for the adventure if I had my family arms with me. They're in there, Dovearn.
I'm going to have to go get some arms off of a corpse.
Ancestral staff and talisman.
Oh.
If I hadn't left them somewhere in that damned tower, I'd be wearing them now. I'm
All
not
right.
supposed to be here. I ought to have shipped out days ago. I need, well, want to get my family arms and slip off before anyone knows I was here. You're serious, aren't you? Well, with any luck, the old I'd pay just to know if they are or not. Thing is, Dovearn's an official army post now. To get in, you'll need an officer's pass.
Yeah, I guess that's to be expected given the fact of it basically being like anime Dark Souls, which I need to go back and play those for my channel. I'm probably going to go back to Bloodborne first, more than likely, and then Dark Souls 3.
Well, you need to get into Dovearn. For that, you'll need an officer.
You need to stream that, by the way.
Borrow one.
What the heck? What the hell's wrong with the camera?
Might be good for that.
Why am I looking at the top of my bow?
Hurry if you can. They might find me any moment.
Well, go hide behind the rock and shut up. Stream, Code Vein. When Cyberpunk comes out, I'm gonna be like infatuated with it.
And night put out its spark.
Cyberpunk.
Still one valley will not be changed, for in its depths lies buried all the magic from these lands, and I will call it Galliford, and it will sing my dying song long after all the rest is dust.
Yeah. Oh. No, I didn't want that. I didn't want the white flakes, otherwise known as dandruff. Ah, heck, I'm not going through all that just to do that. Well, poop. I remember going in there, but I can't remember how I got the thingamajiggy. The key. Oh, wait, this is actually leading up to over there. This is one thing that happened to me, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen with this version. Whenever I would go into this particular area, not here, but the big, huge kingdom place over there, every time I would go in there, it would always play the cutscene for me going in there. Every single time, when it was only supposed to happen once. White flakes matter. Oh, that's rich. That's great. I love it.
You look like you've been in some tight spots. There's a bounty.
I've been inside of your mother, so I guess so.
What do you say? 5 mindful crew of fresh recruits had the gall to get fully equipped on our tails, arms.
Oh god, I can't
and
stand your
armor we could
voice.
do without. But I'm afraid we also gave each cure for a sickness that strikes them the moment they hit the Cluricon. Devilish hard to make. I thought you looked the sort. The fools are run off down the coast. They'll be up and down the Tawili coast, I think, hiding where they
Well, they da. What was around here, though? Hello, stranger. Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. Haha, come back any time. That is the main place over there. But I kind of want to focus on these areas first before I go in there. I'm not sure, but I think going in there would actually trigger a boss battle. The moon camp, the moon! This is one of those little side village areas, I remember that. Side village? Yeah, what? Oh, sugar shack. Anyways. I need to check something out here. Load already, for the love of all that is holy in this world. Hang on a second here. Oh my gosh, I hate touch screens with every fiber of my being. I wish that they would have touch screens. I mean, not touch screens, but those phones where it had a touchscreen and a keypad with it, like you could flip it up and have the keypad there. That's what I wish that they still had. For the love of all that is holy in this world. Like, it would be so much easier to handle things if that was the case. So aggravating. I have more problems with touchscreens than I ever did with just that alone. It's like I'll touch this, but it'll go here, and it'll go, and I got like freaking bear paws for hands, for crying out loud. So break all the stuff. Oh, well, people see me. At least I unlocked it, so that's something.
Would you care to sell? Sorry, I mean buy. Would you care to buy something?
You don't want to sell? I think you want it. Oh, well, no. I don't want to buy anything from them. They got way too many high prices.
It's a bit to do around here if you're not stageling glory boat like some.
Oh, really? They still got blackberries around?
Remember me.
That's pretty sweet.
Looking to buy?
Oh. Oh. I just need to stop trying to take anything from anywhere because, first of all, my stealth thingy ain't up high enough, and second of all, people are going to see me.
A thief may turn a lock, a brigand steal a key, but a bard can steal your heart for but a little fee.
Oh, well, that's just precious.
Farewell.
Heck with it. I'll jack it up. I got the money to spur. Yeah. Traveler. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to remember that for next time. I want your gold, but I can't take it because you'll see me do it. Even though I've increased my stealth, it probably doesn't make a difference. I bet you anything that there's a section. I want to look real quick and check those abilities and actually... Ooh, I'm almost level 23. To see if... Well, I can't yet. Well, piss balls. I'll just wait. I was going to see if I could check and see if there was a certain section where you level up to on the stealth thing. On the stealth thingy to pick stuff right in front of somebody, they wouldn't see it. On Control, did you manage to upgrade all the abilities fully? No, I did not. I upgraded the flotation ability all the way up, because that's very helpful. And I was busy. I got like some upgrades and a few other things, but the other one that I was upgrading was, what the heck was it? I think it was the guard. I think it was guard, or maybe it was the throwing. I can't remember. Oh, look! A quest thingy that I can't get to yet because people will see me, and it's Till's collection. Another friggin' book by this friggin' person. The books are scattered all over the godforsaken world. Talk to me.
Someone off the road. Tell me, do you have any peasant clothes that you're looking to get rid of? Indeed. It's not clothes so much, but the players of our camp are always in need of new articles of dress. Bring me some peasant clothes and I can rework the material with relative ease. You mean truly? It's been a while since I've had any good material to work. That's good. Here's some gold for your trouble.
Yeah. Got a mercer's cap. I didn't even know I even had that.
For me, would I? Pleasant journeys.
Well, you're just too lazy to go and do your own friggin' job then, so go screw yourself. Ah! The shrine is silent. It doesn't want to talk to me. Why? Nobody can see me. You can't see me. I'm like John Cena. You can't see me. Stupid Cena and his stupid face angle. Should have stayed a heel. Much better as a heel.
Fancy you.
The doctor of thugonomics. Now I found that in the ground. You can't get me for stealing. The gallows! No, wait, this isn't the gallows. This is a theater. It could be used as a gallows, I'm just saying. Alright, so that's over there, that's over there. That's over there. I'm gonna run on back out and get back out to the world again. Wish I could run even faster. When you start getting a lot of different types of have the ability to get a lot more gold in this, especially with Detect Hidden, you kind of just want to go and spend it wherever you can really spend it at, because you don't really have to sit back and worry about trying to hoard it or nothing, because it's like, well, you're finding a lot more by breaking items and finding them off of corpses and other chests that you'll get into and whatnot. It'll just be something that'll pop every now and then. Brown chicken, wow, wow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh. Screw it. I'm gonna go in here. A second thought. Okay. I think I'll go down here first. I'm a terrible person, killing all the cute crabs. Oh, I hate these things. They spawn in those freaking Murloc thingies. Yeah, level up, bitch. I'm thinking of World of Warcraft. Let's kick the body around. Let's kick the body around before it suddenly stops itself because the game decides for it to. Which I think is stupid. It should just ragdoll as long as I want to kick the corpse. Kick at the corpse. Wow. I found 152. Oh, wow, I just got one more with this? Eh, well, what the heck. I'll go ahead and finish it out. So detect hidden and lockpicking are all put up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start with blacksmithing and alchemy. May bounce back and forth between those two. Oh, wow, that sounds painful, but okay. Gnome slippers. That is it using actual gnome? Oh, well, poison resistance, that's good. But what the hell? Yank out my resistance. Well, that's true. I didn't know if they were made by a gnome or if they were made out of gnome. So, or if they were made out of gnome by a gnome. That would be kind of disheartening, though. Okay, all that is squared away. So, jacked up my poison resistance, which is good. So, I figured, what the heck, might as well. I hate poison in games when it's used against me, obviously. Well, ladies and germs, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, given the fact that it's like 20 till 3 my time. And, which, I mean, that's 20 till 3 for some of you folks' times, too. And, I gotta go to work in a couple hours or so. 2, 3 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. So I'm gonna take some time to chill out, get something to eat, watch a little something, and I'll probably be back tomorrow streaming. I don't know what. Maybe I'll try Wasteland 3 again and actually turn off the autosave, and maybe that won't crash the game, or I'll just go straight back into this again. But I'm gonna go ahead and save the thingamajiggy and get out of the thingamajiggy, and that's all it is to it. Yes, thank you kindly. Much appreciative. And thank you for everybody coming out of the stream, so on and so forth, including those who end up watching the archive version or the live version or what have you. If you live in a parallel dimension and you happen to go back in time and you end up seeing the live version of this because it's another version of me in another universe, then so be it. As long as you watch and enjoy, that's all that matters. So anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Later taters. Yeah, well, I don't handle wood at work. I handle objects and boxes at work. So, but sometimes it's wood. But never mind. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye, y'all. Adios.